Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Beginner's Guide to Fat Loss series, and this is going to be the end of the series. I've managed to finish a week early and it's all because of this.
Skinny Beach Coffee Club.
Skinny Beach Coffee is a magic fat burner full of pixie dust and hopes and dreams. All you need to do is drink 1 cup of Skinny Beach coffee and you'll be burning fat like a train. You'll be able to eat as much as you want and lose all the fat you could ever wish for. Skinny Beach Coffee. For best results, accompany Skinny Beach with a healthy eating, exercise and a calorie deficit.
Skinny Beach Coffee. Get yours today.
Okay, so maybe it wasn't Skinny Beach Coffee that did the trick, but yeah, this is the last episode of the fat loss series. In today's episode, I will be going over my fat loss results, the way I have lost, what I would have done differently, what I think went right, and what to do next when your diet is finished. All that coming up now. So I'll start with the results. I won't make you watch all the way through. Here I am on January the 1st, and here I am this morning, February the 5th. So the total weight loss for the 5 weeks has been 7.4 pounds, which I'm pretty happy with, and I got to my goal of 160 pounds, finishing on 160.2. As you can see from the pictures, I don't think there's too much difference. 7 pounds in the scheme of things isn't actually a lot of weight, as you can probably tell. Even though a bit fluffy from my overindulgence in December, I didn't really have that much to lose. So how did I do this miraculous 7 pound weight loss? If you watch my previous videos, you'll know that I made sure I was in a calorie deficit for the whole 5 weeks. Every morning I would weigh myself and then I would track my food in MyFitnessPal and put that next to the weight. I'll put my diary up here so you can see for the 5 weeks. Okay, it kind of went up and down, up and down. Halfway through week 2, I injured myself, which really caused an issue with the diet, of course. But week 3, I also did buy the electronic scales, and these I would suggest you get if you are on a diet, because even though they're inaccurate, they're consistently inaccurate. So when I got the scales on week 3, I was weighing 164.2 pounds. And the scale had me at 20.5% body fat, 32.3% muscle mass. As of this morning, the scale has me at 160.2 pounds, 19.5% body fat, and 33.3% muscle mass. So in the last 2 weeks, I've lost 4 pounds and 1% body fat. I wish I had the scales from the start of the challenge because it'd be interesting to see how much more body fat I could have lost. I think the biggest mistake people make when they first start working out is focusing on the number on the scale. Your weightlifting training or training for strength, just losing weight might not be advantageous for your goals. You really want to make sure that you are holding on to your muscle mass as much as possible. Just going in a calorie deficit and trying to diet as fast as possible, you're most likely just going to be losing a lot of muscle, which will obviously look good on the scales, but your strength and composition will definitely take a hit. So this is leading me on to what I did right. Reason I believe I was able to hold on to my muscle mass while I was doing this diet was because of the way I acted when I was injured. As soon as I was injured, I stopped the diet. I raised my calories back up and I made sure I was eating at maintenance. I rested. My main focus on week 3, half of week 4, was getting my body back to full health, full recovery, and that's exactly what I did. Pushing through injuries could end up setting you back. If you haven't watched a previous video, I'll quickly say the reason I was injured was because I had prepatellar bursitis in my knee previously, and I pretty much started running every single day and I could feel the injury reoccurring, so I had to stop all running, cardio and any kind of lower body resistance training. To counterbalance this, I increased my upper body training, so I went from training upper body twice a week to 3, sometimes 4 times a week depending on how I was feeling. I also increased my protein intake. Increasing protein and strength training enables your body to hold on to that muscle, basically sending a message like, hey, I still need this muscle, don't get rid of it please. It also has more of a thermogenic effect than other foods, which basically means your body burns more energy digesting protein than it does carbohydrates or fats. So that's the reason most high protein diets work. It's not that protein is magic for building muscles, it's just very good for helping you hold on to it. What I did wrong. First and foremost, which I didn't really think about, was dieting in winter. Usually whenever I've done a little diet, it's in the middle of summer. Dieting in winter, it's cold, it's miserable, so which means getting outside to do cardio was more than a struggle, and sometimes it was literally snowing outside. When it's winter and it's cold, more susceptible to illness. There's some kind of illness going around now, you may have heard of it, I won't say its name. Being in a diet lowers our immune system and causes stress on the body, which can make it easier for us to catch viruses. So it's definitely not a preferable time to be on a diet, and I would not suggest it in the future for anyone else. Second was not listening to my own advice. I went too hard and too fast with the cardio, leading me to being injured. good, and that's my own fault. Lead by example is a phrase that comes to mind. So yeah, that was totally my fault. I got overexcited. I could have just ran 2 or 3 times a week and eased myself in. But yeah, that's another lesson for me learned. Kind of sadistically, to do this diet at the same time as quitting caffeine. I knew that was going to make it more difficult, but I kind of like the idea. Every other time I've dieted, my caffeine intake has gradually like increased throughout the diet, and I don't think that's obviously not a healthy way to do it. So I thought it'd be good to combine the two, and it definitely made it difficult. Having caffeine probably would have made it a bit easier, but I'm actually happy that I did manage to do it the hard way. So maybe that's something I did right. You can decide that one. Remember when I first got into health and fitness, there's so many things on dieting, get to the body of your dreams in 4 weeks, 6 weeks. Most diets are like, okay, you got the body of your dreams now, later. What you do after the diet is just as important as the diet itself, and it really doesn't have to be difficult again. So basically I will be reverse dieting. What's that? It's pretty much in the name. I will be doing the reverse of my diet. That's not removing whatsoever any and lots of junk food. That is slowly increasing my caloric intake until it's easily sustainable. As you can see from my calorie diary or my notes in my phone, caloric intake went from about 3,000 all the way down to roughly around 2,000 to 2,200. It's pretty low for me. I'm a pretty active guy. So I will basically just slowly increase my calories week by week. Starting from today, I'll probably eat about 2,300 calories for about a week or so. Weighing myself every single day, still the same procedure, making sure my weight doesn't go up now. Then in about a week, I'll increase them again. And yeah, it's pretty much the same thing, but it's way more fun than being on the diet because you're going to be eating more, but your weight's still going to be the same. So I'm going to be able to get my calories back up as high as I can and keep my weight around the same. And this is called reverse dieting. And this is how you can lose the weight and then keep it off. So basically, if I didn't do this and I just went back to, hey, well, I ate 3,000 calories before, I'll just eat 3,000 calories a day again, I will just put the weight straight back on. But if you do it slowly and gradually like the diet, our weight should stay roughly around the same, but our calories will increase, which will enable us to keep the weight off, keep the body we've worked hard for the last 4 or 5 weeks, and yeah, be able to start eating some foods that we probably haven't been able to eat for the past couple of weeks, aka cereal. So I hope you found this series useful. I hope you don't make the same mistakes I did. Drop it a like if you did find it useful. Subscribe if you're new. It really means the world. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes 2 seconds. New videos every Wednesday and Sunday, and sometimes chuck in some bonus videos. So yeah, thanks so much.